couple of years ago, I made a video about the best non-mechanical keyboards for minimalists, and I received a couple of comments making fun of me because the keyboards I reviewed were full size, which isn't very minimalist. I guess I was thinking more low profile or slim, but okay, challenge accepted. I'll get rid of the numpad, but I'll actually do you one better. Say hello to the Anker Rechargeable Wireless Keyboard. That's it, that's its whole name. With a keypad area of only 3.5 by 9.5 inches, it's smaller than the keyboard on my ancient 12-inch notebook from over 10 years ago. And at only 7 millimeters thick at its thickest point, this keyboard is probably better suited for tablets, but we're gonna use it as our main keyboard. So I'll clear my desk to make room, and wow, it really does clean things up. And honestly, I do like the simplicity of this keyboard. It's only Bluetooth, it cannot be connected with the micro USB cord, which only exists for charging, and it worked right out of the box with no need for drivers or anything else. It connected quickly, and it wakes from sleep rather quickly too, which is the thing I'm always worried about with wireless devices. I think this keyboard's layout is somewhere between 65 and 75%, which I think is a great balance between simplicity and functionality, because you only have one function layer, and the keyboard has a function lock to make accessing your preferred default keys super easy. And honestly, although the keyboard was a little cramped at first, it didn't take too long to get used to, and within a couple of hours, I was typing at my peak speed of 9 words per minute, which I'm really proud of, by the way. Really, the only thing that took any significant amount of time to get used to was the layout itself. The first thing about the layout is the right shift key, which is on the right side of the up arrow key. And although this makes sense to me in theory, in practice I found myself jumping a row up instead of capitalizing letters. And then the other thing that bothered me about the layout is the super key, which is located to the left of the Alt key. Again, this makes sense for Windows and Linux users, but it threw me off because I primarily use Mac OS. But I did eventually get used to that too, and so I have no major issues with the keyboard. That is, of course, except for the sliding around. This keyboard doesn't have any rubber feet, and so it slides around on this metal black backplate rather easily. And I suppose that was a little obnoxious to me, so I added some feet with a couple of dabs of hot glue. But the main question is, how is it to use as your main keyboard? And honestly, not that bad. My accuracy certainly isn't any better than when using normal, larger keyboards, but that's not generally horrible. And I actually like the build quality of it. It doesn't feel cheap or flimsy due to its metal backplate, even though I was able to get this on sale for less than $9. And because it's so light, slim, and small, it's super easy to bring your main keyboard with you wherever you need to go, which means that you never need to have more than one keyboard if you don't want to. So even though I probably won't opt to use this as my main keyboard, it still wasn't a bad experience, and I can recommend it if you're trying to minimize the space that you're taking up on your desk with your keyboard. This certainly isn't the only keyboard out there like this that you can use in this way, but I do like this specific model, and I'll leave a link to it to Amazon in the description below. But for now, that's about it, and we'll see you later.